I'm Judy.
And I'm Noah. Safta, can you teach me how to make your famous Brenta?
Yes, today we are going to make the most amazing hash browns, otherwise known as Brenta, which means in Yiddish, burned. It's a recipe that my grandmother made and my mother made, and it's a beloved recipe in the family.
And now we're gonna disclose the secret recipe to all of you.
We are. Here's our ingredients. We have Idaho potatoes. Probably going to use about 3 pounds. We have Mazola corn oil, and we have kosher salt, and we have water. And that's it for the ingredients. Okay, this is the first step, which is just peeling our Idaho potatoes. Normally I make 5 pounds for the whole family, but since we're doing this cooking video for just us, I'm going to actually only use about 3 pounds today.
How much does it serve? How many people?
5 pounds would serve a whole family of like 5 to 6 people, 4 to 6 people. 3 pounds would serve 4 people with smaller appetites.
Mm-hmm. So while you're peeling, I want to know the whole backstory of Brenta. How did it come about?
So when I was a little girl, every Friday, my cousins, Janie, Paul, and Bobby, used to go to my grandparents' house for a Shabbat, for a Friday night Sabbath dinner. And part of that dinner was my Grandma Hindis's Brenta. And I was extremely jealous because I think I only went over like for 2 Friday night dinners my entire childhood. And my grandmother was a great cook. But luckily my mother made this recipe every other Friday night. We had it with either brisket. No, we always had it with brisket. So we had it every other Friday night because the other Friday, the alternate Friday, would be chicken, and my mother would make, Nana would make noodle kugel to go with that. So the potatoes were just for the Brenta was just for the brisket. That was it. And we had it every other week.
And how long have you been making Brenta?
When I was a little girl, I think I used to stand by my mother when she made the Brenta and watch her. I made a big study of it because I wanted to know exactly how to do it. And when I was probably about 12, 13 years old, my mother let me take over the job. So I've been making it for that many years. And then when I got married and I had kids, then I started making Brenta. And when my parents would come over on Friday night, at that point my parents were coming over to my house for Friday night Shabbat dinners, and I was making the Brenta for all of us.
Wow.
So that's how that all got started. And over the years, my cousin Janie, who was one of the lucky ones to go to my grandmother's house for that Friday night dinner, she still has never made Brenta, not once, and she always is talking about how she has to learn how to do it.
Well, now with this video, she can finally learn, right?
Yeah, so she could see how to do it now. And it will probably inspire her to want to do it right away.
Now, I know sometimes when you make the Brenta for our family, you don't peel the potatoes. What's the difference?
So this is like the real way that my grandmother did it and my mother did it. Back then, the red potatoes were really not much of a thing with the thin skins. But I have, over the years, every once in a while, I have bought like red potatoes or the yellow potatoes that also have the really thin skin. And then I just wash them, cut off any like bad spots, and then I don't peel them at all. So it saves like a huge step, but I'm actually just showing you the original way and the way that I most often make the Brenta. We're almost, we want to put this in the water right away. Here, you're supposed to be my helper.
Yeah, okay,
Go
let me
ahead.
put this in the water.
This prevents them from oxidizing and turning colors till we cook with them. I think I'll do one more here. Okay. I want to try to do like 3 pounds. I'm sure Benji will want to have some when he smells it. He'll be like, I smell Brenta. Where's the Brenta? That you kids, when I bring Brenta over to your house, and especially when I don't tell you in advance that I'm bringing it.
I know, it's a huge fuss.
You're so happy. Hannah loves it. All of you love it.
Yeah.
Mommy loves it. I've seen Daddy eat it too.
It's a huge boom.
Okay, let's see. let's see, we have like, how many left? We have like 4 left here, so I think I'll just make one more. You can bring home some leftovers for Hannah. Okay. I'm probably just going to end up doing all 5 rounds.
Alright, this part will be a time lapse if you just peel the potato, so we don't need to talk.
Okay. I'm a very good peeler. I should have said that.
See, yeah.
I don't think most people peel the way that I peel, but it's very effective. Goes very fast. Let's see. So we have 3 left. All right, so the water got a little like sort of muddy, so I'm gonna switch it out. I'm just gonna cover them again with the water. Okay. I always try to figure out, does the water come out faster like this or like this? You never know. Okay. All right, now we're ready to move over to the frying pan. Just gonna get my knife, my paring knife. Okay. Now I'm just gonna cut them all into the pieces.
How big should the pieces be?
You see, they're sort of like, I just hold the thing in my hand.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really matter. It's not like an exact size that they have to be.
So what makes this recipe different from like other hash browns or home fries recipes?
Okay, so most times I think that people, they boil their potatoes first to get them soft and semi-soft. And then after that, they fry them. Okay, you're gonna see how different this is. All right, I changed my mind. I'm doing all 5 pounds. You go through all the effort, it doesn't make sense not to do the whole thing. Got to make a big shissel. You know what that means?
What does it mean?
Shissel is like a big amount in Yiddish. We're going through this effort, we're going to do a big shissel. Next step is pouring oil in. I'm just guessing that it's about, I don't know, a cup. Okay, and then the last step before we start is getting some water. Okay, so here. Ready? Okay, now this is what makes these potatoes different, is that we use water with the oil. We are actually going to be cooking them with the water and the oil. Okay, now.
I noticed you use the filtered water. Does it matter?
No. No. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Okay, now we put it on high. And now I'm just going to get like something to cover it with. Probably a cookie sheet. Because I don't have a cover. I don't have a cover that's big enough for this. I'm just going to cover it like that. And now we're going to cook it on high heat for maybe like, we'll start out with maybe like 20 minutes and then we'll come and check the potatoes. Okay, now I'm just going to check the doneness of the potatoes, if they're ready for me. Yeah, they are. They're getting soft. I'm going to do like another 2 minutes, actually. All right, let's check. All right, now it's fine. Okay, so I just want to show you, so they're softed, very soft. And I wanted to comment about the pan that I use. I get this on Amazon. I buy a new one like every 3-4 months when they start to get a little bit scratched. I love to use a non-stick pan because it's so much easier when potatoes start to brown to turn them. When I was growing up, my mother just used like a regular stainless steel pot, and it was very hard. We used to have to scrape to get those burned pieces of Brenta up. So it's really great to have a fantastic non-stick pan like this to use. Now I'm just going to let it brown for a while, and after I think that it's browned, I will come and start flipping, turning them over, maybe in about another 10 minutes. Okay, now I'm going to check and see if anything's happening yet. Nothing's really happening yet. Just going to turn it anyway, even though nothing's really happening. Now this is what I like to do. I sort of like to break up some of the potatoes as I'm turning. Get all of these extra little pieces. But it's not, nothing's really happening much. So I'm just gonna like flatten it out. Come back in 10 minutes. It's been about 10 minutes, no, maybe only 5 minutes, but just coming over here to flip. See, it's starting to get, some of them are starting to get done.
It looks so good.
Yeah. It's going to be. Okay. Maybe about another 5 minutes. It's been about another 5 minutes, and I'm gonna flip. You can see all the nice brown parts coming. It's amazing how that 5 pounds just shrinks down. It's getting close to being done. I just wanted to, oh yeah, oh my gosh.
Wow, Safta.
Yes, that's what we want to say.
So you wanted to tell me a story about your...
Yeah, when I was a little girl and Nana used to make this, and I would dish it into the bowl to bring to the table, to the dinner table, and I would make sure that I carried the bowl over so that I would be the first one to be able to pick all the best Brenta pieces. And poor Kenny, Uncle Kenny, who loved it so much, he never got to pick those choice first pieces because I was hogging it. Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay, so now what we have to do, you could cook it longer and brown it more, but the potatoes would just keep shrinking. So I like to stop at a certain point so that you actually end up having like a decent amount of potatoes.
What are the signs that you use to tell when you should stop it?
It's just, you want to have like some of the white potato mixed in and a lot of the brown. I might let it go for just like another 5 minutes though, actually. We'll just let it go for like another couple minutes. Okay, I've just taken out all the potatoes from the pan, and as I've been going into a lot of paper towels, I've been sprinkling with salt as I've been going. Probably use about 2 teaspoons of salt altogether. And then when I finish dishing all the potatoes into all of these paper towels, then I just flip it over like this. And then I actually just leave it like this until we're ready to eat. Now it seems like there's a little more oil, so I'm just gonna try to get a little more of the oil. Okay, ready for the unwrapping.
The big reveal.
The big reveal, yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay,
Wow.
okay.
look at that.
all that oil out of there. Oops. And now, let me get a spoon so I can toss it. Okay. Okay, now we're just gonna taste it. This piece of Brenta here, this is my perfect, ideal piece of Brenta. Instead of me giving it to Noah, I'm giving it to myself.
Like you did with Uncle Kenny,
Yes,
right?
I haven't changed. I'm the same immature person, selfish person. Okay. Okay, let's taste.
All right.
Okay.
Mmm.
So good. I just have to add a little more salt, do you think?
I think it's perfect.
Mmm.
Mm.
What do you rate it out of 10?
10 out of 10. What do you rate
Definitely.
it?
If there was something higher than 10, it would be higher than 10.
So 11 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Mm.
The crunch is
It's
soft.
just perfect.
They're soft and crunchy at the same time.
I know.
That's what makes them so amazing. All these pieces, there's the soft pieces and then there's the crunchy pieces that make it so perfect.
Yeah.
And here's this perfect piece right here. It's alive! It's alive!